So hopefully you leave this with your low back and your spine and your hips feeling good to like do whatever other Zoom calls or other computer work you have to do for your desk today. So we're gonna get started lying down, but the trick is to keep you from falling asleep. We're gonna lie down. You're gonna have your knees bent, bring your knees together and your feet apart. So your tension is gonna help your low back. Legs not stretched out long, knees not apart, they're together, feet are out so that you can relax your low back. Just starting here, arms can rest on your belly, arms can rest at your sides. I'm going to talk in a few moments. It does not mean you're missing anything. Just stay down. I'll tell you when to start moving. Start by simply noticing the way you're breathing in and the way you're breathing out. Notice what's touching the ground and what isn't. So what part of your back do you feel? What part of your upper limbs, what part of your feet you actually notice touching the ground? Your shoulders, your neck, your elbows. You want a high definition life. It doesn't necessarily start by adding more things to yourself, adding things to your collection, adding habits, adding traits. A lot of it starts with being more intentional. So what's more satisfying? A hamburger, or since you were talking about them, a hamburger that you have gobbled down, or one that you took your time and noticed and tasted the whole time you ate? It's more enjoyable about your cup of coffee or your glass of wine or the book you're reading or the show you're watching. A high definition life is one where you are paying attention and connected to what you're doing when you're doing it. So it starts by noticing things. What does it feel like to wear your shirt? What does it feel like to be on the ground? When we're moving today or when we're holding and being still, paying attention not just to what your brain is churning through. What's your body feeling when you inhale? What are you feeling when you stretch? What are you feeling when you settle? The good stuff, the uncomfortable stuff. Being more intentional with the way you move through your life, that's where that definition comes from. It's not adding your Fitbit or it's not adding a routine. It is noticing what you are already doing. So go ahead and rest one hand on your belly, rest one hand on your chest, right above your heart. We're going to move with a different kind of breath today. It's called a yogic breath. It's really slow. You're over breathing, kind of. You're breathing into a count of 4 or 5, nice and slow, and you exhale the same. So take a deep inhale breath, go all the way up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold that breath and exhale, let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Another deep inhale. Exhale it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When we do move between poses, we're going to try to move this intentionally, this on purpose, this slow. Another breath in. Let it go. On your next inhale, stretch your legs out long. Bring your arms above your head like you're waking up for the first time. You're reaching all the way out as long as you can. And then on your exhale, you're going to crunch into a ball as slowly as you can. So exhale, bring everything in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get small. We're going to do that again. Inhale, reach as long as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, crunch it in small. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, nice and long. You're waking your body up nice and slow. Exhale, make everything little. Now stay here. Bring your arms out to a T. Take a big inhale breath. And as you exhale, take your knees and twist them to the right. They don't have to be really high. They can be as low away from your body as they need to be for now. Inhale, lift up your knees for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, twist to the left just as slowly. Inhale, bring your knees back up. And as you exhale, plant your feet down beside your hips. Bring your arms down by your sides. Press into your feet. And inhale, pick up your hips for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to hold it here. Feel the lungs come in. Empty them out. Notice what you feel. Big inhale breath. Exhale, lower everything down. Empty it out slow. We start all the way over. Arms above the head, nice long legs, big inhale. Exhale, crunch and small. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, crunch and small. One more time, inhale. Exhale, little. Inhale, lower your feet by your hips, arms out to a T. And exhale, twist your knees to the right. You can just windshield wiper them to the right. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to center. And as you exhale, arms by your sides, feet by your hips. Inhale, pick up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay here. Notice the emptying out of your lungs. Inhale, fill them up. And exhale, lower everything back down to the mat. To the holding again. Inhale, long legs, long arms. Exhale, nice tiny ball. Inhale, long legs and arms. Exhale, tiny ball. One last time. Inhale, long. Exhale, little. Feet down by the ground. Inhale, arms out to a T. Exhale, twist your knees right. Inhale, knees up to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, bring it up to center. Exhale, arms out the sides, root into your feet. Inhale, pick up your hips. Stay here as you exhale. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, lower your hips. Bring your knees into your chest, roll over to one side, and you're going to sit up. We're doing a lot of slow, gentle warm-up stuff this morning because it's going to help your spine, it helps your hips. So from seating up, you're going to inhale just as slowly. It's really tempting to throw them up, but we're doing it slow. Inhale, bring your arms out and up for 2, 3, 4, 5. Your eyes follow. As you exhale, bring your right hand by your right hip and lean to the right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up, fill up the lungs. Exhale, left hand down and lean. Really take that stretch as kinky as your spine might feel. Inhale, lift up, straight up. And as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right, bring your arms out and then down towards the ground, look over your shoulder. Inhale, unwind, reach the arms back up, shoulders out of your ears. And exhale, twist to the left, arms come down, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lift up, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time as you exhale, we're going to fold straight down as far as you can, even if that's your ankles, that's fine. Fold over, drop your head. Roll up on your inhale breath. Chin lifts, arms lift last, look up. We do the whole thing again. Exhale, right hand down and lean right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left hand down, lean left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist the arms out and down to the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach up to center. And then exhale, fold over. Just letting your spine drop, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, roll up. Chin lifts, arms lift. We do it again. Exhale, right hand down, lean right. Your spine moves 6 directions. This flow does 5 of them. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left hand down, lean left. You've already moved your spine 6 directions this morning. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the left. Inhale, lift. One last time, just like this. Exhale, fold and reach. Maybe you get a little farther, maybe not yet. Inhale, rise, lift up. Exhale, right hand down, lean right. Stay here. Big inhale, stay here, get longer. Exhale, can you soften any more? Inhale, rise up slow. Exhale, left hand down, lean as far as you can to the left. Push your right hip down, stay. Inhale, get a little longer through your back. Exhale, can you fold any more? Inhale, rises up, reach and look up. And then exhale, twist right. We're doing this one slower, so stay on this side. Fill up on your inhale. Twist deeper on your exhale. Inhale, rise up to center. And exhale, twist to the left. Sit taller as you inhale. Twist deeper on the exhale. Inhale, unwind and reach back up to center. Shoulders down the back. Stay here for another inhale breath. And as you exhale, we're going to find all fours, hands, and knees. So, however you need to do for that. Sometimes we need to double up our mat for our knees, that's fine. Find all fours. Shoulders over your wrists. Hips above your knees. Nice long back. It's really tempting to sag, but tuck your tailbone under just enough so you have a nice flat back. Press into the palms. As you inhale, lift up your chest, lift up your nose and your tailbone. So really press your ribs down as you lift your tailbone and your nose up. We're going to exhale, same slow breath. On your exhale, drop your head, arch your back, push your shoulders apart into your lungs all the way. Inhale, fill up, look up for 3, 4, 5. Exhale, arch, round your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, chest up, nose up. Exhale, arch, empty out. Inhale, nice, neutral, flat back. And as you exhale, pull your belly button in and up. Press into your palms. As you inhale, take your right leg behind you, but put the ball of your foot on the ground. Press into both hands. Push in the ball of your foot. Your right heel reaches away. As you inhale, lift your left arm up and hold. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down, knee down, and push your hips to your heels. Reach your arms out long in front of you. Stay here, inhale breath. Stay here, exhale breath. Inhale up, all fours. 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting over with cat and cow. Inhale, lift up your chest, lift up your tailbone. Fill up the lungs so they get uncomfortable in your belly. And then exhale, arch, empty out, suck it all in. Inhale, chest up, nose up. Exhale, arch. One more each way. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, nice and neutral. And as you exhale, get rooted in the palms. Pull your belly button in. It just helps support your spine. On your next inhale, extend your left leg behind you, ball of the foot on the ground. Not just like a limp leg, really reach through it. Try to notice your heel, your calf, your thigh. Inhale, take your right arm out in front of you. And we're gonna hold. We're not still, we're not stuck. You are lifted and you are reaching even though we're not moving. Notice the way it feels to balance. When we dip right or dip left, it's okay. This is good for your spine. This resistance by pushing into the ground is good for bone density in your arms and your wrists. Exhale, hand down, knee down. We're going to do that all over again. Inhale, lift up your chest and your tailbone. Exhale, arch, round your back. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, arch, round your back. Inhale, chest up, nose up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, nice and neutral. Exhale, get rooted, get level. Inhale, take the right leg back, put your foot down, and bring your left arm up. We're going to hold for 3 big breaths. Notice your hand. Are you pushing only into your wrist bone? Can you push into your fingertips too? Can you keep your left arm from feeling like dead weight and reach through it? Big inhale. Exhale, hand down, knee down, and push your hips back to your heels. Stretch through your back. Inhale, rises up all fours. Exhale, press into your hands, shoulders out of your ears. Inhale, chest up, nose up. Exhale, arch. Inhale, fill up the lungs as you lift your tailbone up. Exhale, arch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, nice and neutral. Once again, get rooted in your palms. Inhale your left leg back and your right arm in front. This pencil stretch is spinal balance. It's good for developing your core. It's good for back. Strengthening the spine, lengthening and engaging your spine. We all will lean left and right sometimes. It's okay. Another big inhale breath. Exhale, hand down, knee down, hips back to your heels. Reach to your spine. Inhale up all fours. We're going to take your right arm. Inhale your right arm out to the side and then up to the sky. You stretch across your chest, look up. So looking up with the right fingers. And as you exhale, take your right arm, bring it under your left arm, and drop your shoulder down as much as you can. You can take your left arm out in front, or if your balance and your neck is okay, you can bring your left arm around your back. We're going to stay here for a couple breaths. Exhale here. Take your left arm, reach it out in front of you. Inhale, rise up all fours. Bring that right arm back up. Exhale, right hand down. Take your left arm. Inhale, bring it out and up. Stretching the chest on this side. Not just dumping into your shoulder, but lifting away from the ground. And then exhale, thread your left arm under your right. Drop your shoulder. You can take your right arm in front of you, or you can bring it around your back. Bring your right arm back. Inhale, rise up. Left arm lifts up, stretching the chest. And exhale, all fours. All right, pressing into your hands. We're not going to do this one tons today, but we'll do it a few times because it's good for you. Curl your toes under. You're going to pick your hips up and stretch your hips back. This is down dog. Your heels don't have to touch. You don't want your big toes to touch, so you want your feet apart. If your shoulders are having trouble today, step your feet wider because it'll put more work into your legs and less in your arms. So reach into your hands like you're pushing your mat away from you. It actually stretches your spine. Your big inhale breath, big exhale breath. Notice your inhale. What do you feel? Relax as you exhale. Now look at your hands, and as you inhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Reach your hands to your shins, your knees are the ground. Inhale, come halfway up. You're engaging your spine, lengthen out. And as you exhale, fold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at your knees. We're going to do that again. Inhale, come halfway up. Lift up your spine and your chin for 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice long, active back, shoulders out of your ears. Exhale, fold over, drop your head. Now bend your left knee. You want your left hand on your leg somewhere. So it can be on the ground, your ankle, your shin, somewhere. Inhale, take your right arm out and up. We're going to twist. You're going to sit into your right hip as you look up at your right hand. Exhale, fold over and switch your knees. Bend your right knee. Inhale, take your left arm out and up for 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that whole breath to reach up and then exhale the whole breath to fold back over. Root down into your feet. Inhale, you're going to come up to standing. Roll up your spine for 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach your arms up. And as you exhale, bring your right arm down your right side, lean to the right. Really push into that left foot. Inhale, come back up to standing. Both arms up, eyes up. Exhale, left arm down and lean to the left. Push into that right foot so you don't topple over. Inhale, lift your left arm up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, slightly bend your knees and fold all the way over. Looking at your knees will help relax your neck. Bend your left knee. Inhale, take your right arm out and up. Twist to the right, send the hip. Exhale, right hand down and switch your knees. Inhale, left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, fold all the way over. Drop your head. Root into your legs. Inhale, rise up. Reach all the way up. Arms come up last. Exhale, right arm down. Lean to the right. Push into your left foot. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left arm down and lean. Push into your right foot. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, slide bend into your knees and fold over. We're going to do this a few more times, just like this. Bend your left knee. Inhale, right arm out and up. Exhale, empty out, nice and slow. Inhale, left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, empty out. Take that whole 5 count to fold. Inhale, roll up to standing. Arms and chin lift last. Exhale, right arm down and lean right. Can you really root down so you can reach farther? Inhale, lift up. And exhale, left arm down and lean. Can you reach any farther? Inhale, lift you up. Exhale, fold over. Notice how your legs feel. Notice how your spine feels. 2 more times through. Left knee bends. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, folds. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, folds. Inhale, roll up. Arms lift up tall. Exhale, right arm down, lean. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left arm leans. Inhale, lift. And exhale, folds over. Last time here, left knee bends. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. Can you reach your right fingers any higher? Exhale, fold. Inhale, left arm up. Can you notice that left hip? Can you reach any taller? Exhale, fold. Inhale, palm up to stand. Reach up tall. Exhale, right arm down. Lean over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left arm down and lean. Inhale, lift. This time, exhale, bring your hands to your chest. You're just going to stand up. Roll the shoulders up and down your back. Shut your eyes for a moment and notice the way you're standing. Do you notice all 10 toes? You don't have to most of the time. None of us work. But can you maybe lift all of your toes up and then put them down? Notice the ball of your feet. Notice the heels of your feet. I'm not saying it's practical to notice the way you step, every single step you take, but if you start noticing and paying more attention to what you're physically doing with your body, like the way it feels to hug your fur baby, or your actual baby, or your partner, the way the flowers smell, the way your coffee smells, the way your food smells. You make your life richer by trying to live in it a little bit more. All right, move down into your feet. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Nice big inhale breath, reach up. And as you exhale, simply fold all the way back down. Come up halfway as you inhale, long spine. And as you exhale, bend your knees a little bit. Just reach your fingers to the ground. Take your left leg back. Your heel is lifted on the ball of your foot. And inhale, take your right arm out and up, twist. Call it runner's lunge. You're going to hug your knee into your chest as much as you can. And just reach that right arm up. Nice big breath in. And next, we'll bring that right hand down. Drop your left knee. Just staying here. We're not standing up. Rest the top of your foot down if you can. And inhale, pick up your arms. So if you notice that your hips are right on top of your knee, see if you can push your hips forward. Double up your mat if you need to. We're just going to hold this for a couple of breaths. Hands can touch, they don't have to. Your elbows can bend if it helps relax your shoulders. Just a couple breaths right here. Can you inhale, get up taller? And can your exhale help you sink in, even if it's only in your head? One more breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands down, frame your front foot. You're going to straighten your front knee, glide your hips back a little. Take an inhale and look up. And exhale, fold over your leg, drop your head. Same thing, couple breaths here. Inhale, look up. You're going to glide forward. Curl the toes of that back foot under, lift your knee. And then on your next inhale, step your left foot back to the top of your mat, look up. Next breath, take your right foot, step it back. You're in that low lunge. Heels lifted. If your knee's bugging you today, you can always drop it already. Inhale, left arm out and up, twist. This runner's lunge, hug your knee in, left arm up. In yoga, it's called a twisted dragon, but you know, runner's lunge works too. Breathe in. Exhale, hand down, knee down. Relax the top of your back foot if you can. And then inhale, pick up your upper body. You want your shoulders over your hips. You don't really want your hip over your knee because you're trying to stretch your back leg. Stay in here a few breaths. Again, relax the shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down, framing that foot. Your inhale is going to glide the hips back, look up. Exhale, drop your head and fold. You don't need to grind into that front heel or lock out that left knee. It can be as soft as it needs to be. Look up. You're going to inhale, glide forward. Press into your hands, curl the toes of back foot under, lift that right knee up. And then take your right foot, step it up to meet your left foot. Hands to the shins, inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Now bend your knees, hug your legs together, pull your belly button to your spine. You're going to lift up your chest and then bring your arms up. We're not going to stay here very long, but you want to sit into a chair, not dumping your weight into your low back. Tuck your tailbone a little. Arms up high, big breath in. Big breath out, get a little lower. Big breath in. And exhale, straight legs, fold over. Inhale, lift up your head and your chest. And as you exhale, bend the knees. Take your left foot, step it back. Same thing as before, we're going to hold everything for 2 breaths this time. Inhale, right arm out and up. Hug your knee in. Reach through that back leg. Big inhale. Exhale, hand down, knee down. Top of the foot rest. Inhale, lift up your torso, arms come up. Holding it here. These poses feel a lot. So just notice the work. Exhale, hands down, straighten your front leg. Big inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Glide forward. Take that back knee up. And then inhale, we're going to take that left foot, step it to the top. Exhale, folds. Halfway up in your inhale. Root to the hands. Next exhale, take the right foot back. Keep your knee up for the twist if it's okay for your knee. Inhale, take your left arm out and up. Once again, all these next 3 poses are all 2 breaths, but they're the slow breaths. Inhale, reaches up. Exhale, hand comes down, knee comes down. Inhale, torso up, arms up. Hips are reaching forward. You're stretching the front of the right leg. You're stretching that hip flexor. Exhale, hands down. Glide the hips back. Your toes can lift or they might not. And exhale, fold. Like that. Inhale, glide yourself forward. Lift that back knee up. And then take your foot, step it forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, lift up your chest, your arms, and your eyes. Deep inhale, breath. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come up. We're going to go to something else. You're going to plant your hands, step back, all 4 hands and knees. Curl the toes under. Pick your hips up. Push your hips back. So just hold them down dog for a couple breaths. Chin tucks to the chest to help release your neck. Root into your hands. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more in. One more out. Inhale, shift forward. All 4s, and then come all the way down on your belly. Bring your elbows down, so your hands are out in front of you. Bring your forehead to the mat. or I guess to your carpet for some of us. Elbows are down. Inhale, lift up your head and chest. This is called Sphinx pose, and it looks like it sounds. Hands are in front, elbows are down. It's really tempting to slump into your chest like a turtle, but lift up. So all we're trying to do is extend your spine. It's a back bend. So we've done a couple of these throughout already, like you started in bridge pose, so that's spinal extension. This is that sixth motion, which we don't often do, but it's good to increase the length between your vertebrae. It's a nice steady breath. You don't have to look up. I really don't like looking up in this pose anyway. Relax your lower half. Exhale, lower all the way back down. So you have the option to do that again, or if you want to go for a little bit deeper, bring your hands under your shoulders, and you're just going to inhale, straighten your arms and lift up. So forearms down is great. Straight arms, but notice how I'm not dumping into my low back. I'm not crunching my low back. I'm pressing into my hands and I'm lifting the chest up. So either one works. We're going to hold it for 5 breaths. It's good for your spine. If your low back is crunching, put your forearms back down on the ground or work on lifting your chest up out of the ground. Two more breaths. On your next exhale, wherever you're at, you're going to push back to that child's pose. So push your hips back to your heels, arms out in front, drop your head. And then come up to all fours and find your way to your seat. You extend those legs out long in front of you. Bend your right knee and bring your right heel up to your inner thigh. So sometimes our knees come up and that's fine because we're working on either tightness or the way our hips are, it's okay. So let your knee fall as much as it will let you. Turn your chest so you're facing your long leg. Some of us, our hamstrings won't let us fold into that, and if that's you today, that's okay. Bend your left knee a little because it'll help. Now take both hands, walk as far down your left leg as you can. Deep inhale, breath, lift your spine up long. And as your exhale, just going to fold over that left leg. Now we're going to hold these longer than 5 or 10 breaths. We're going to be here for a little bit. So again, soften that left knee if you need to. And use your breath to help you stay still. So notice if your mind wants to start counting the seconds until you get out of this. Try to focus on the way it feels as you breathe in and it feels as you breathe out. One of the teachers who taught me, who trained me, she used to say all the time, feeling is healing. Whether we're talking about emotions or other things, like feeling connected to your life is therapeutic. Even the uncomfortable sensations, learning that you can breathe through them, be still through them, is a good thing. It's okay if you're feeling really high up in this pose, that's no problem. Just as slowly as we've been breathing. On your inhale, start to lift up. Come up to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Just bring your hands at your sides. Sit up as tall as you can right now. Just notice the way your right leg, your back, your left leg feel. We're not rushing to undo what you just felt. We're just letting it happen. And before we do the other leg, you're going to bend your right knee. Step your right foot over your left leg. If you've got the flexibility in your left leg, you can bend that bottom knee so your heel is outside your hip. But left leg long is totally fine and it works. Bring your right hand behind your back. You're going to stand on it instead of slumping. So sit as tall as you can. Inhale, lift your left arm up. And as you exhale, twist to the right. Elbow outside your knee. Stand on that back hand. Inhale, tall. And exhale, twist. This is good for your upper and your middle back, especially if you're really working on this arm twisting. This is good for digestion. It's good for the sciatic nerve on the right side. Awesome. And now look forward. Exhale, unwind. And now we're going to do your other leg. Bend your left knee. Bring that left heel in. Heel up to your groin as close as your body will let you. Some of us, it's going to feel like it's at practically at our ankles, and that's okay. Bring it up as much as your body will allow. Turn over your right leg. Walk both hands as far as you can. Try to hold your left hand as far as your right, even if that means you got to come up your leg. Big inhale breath. And then exhale, fold over. Inhales help us notice sensation. Think about how you inhale, like when you smell something really good and breathe it all in. Inhales create and establish sensation. Exhales help us to soften. So in your inhales, imagine you're creating one. Notice that sensation of that tension, that pulling, that stretching. And on the exhale, see if you can soften. See if your exhale actually helps you be still. Few more breaths right here. Just as slowly as we have been breathing. Inhale, look up. And slowly start to lift up. Left leg extends out long. Hands by the hips, just sitting up tall. And then bend the left knee. Same thing as before, we're going to twist. Step your left foot outside your right. Keep your right leg active. It doesn't help us as much when it flops around. Again, you can bend it if your knee or your hip let you. Bring that left hand behind your back, close to your body so you can get lift, and you'll bring your right arm up. And exhale, twist left. Right elbow outside your knee. Sit up tall on the inhale. Twist more on the exhale. Look over that left shoulder. Our spines move 6 directions. We fold, we arch, we twist right, we twist left, we lean right, we lean left. And you need to move your spine 6 ways regularly to keep your spine and your back feeling healthy. A lot of us only do folds to stretch our back. But think about how it feels when you wake up and you arch. Twists are good too, side bends are good too. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, unwind. All right, you're gonna lie down. That time, you might want a pillow, you might not. We're gonna do some hip opening. So, I'm gonna turn this. So lie down. Extend your left leg long and lift your right leg up. So some of us are gonna hold a bent knee. That's totally fine. Some of us can extend and hold our calf with our right hand. You might can get to your foot. That pillow's out to the side for help, or towel, or whatever you happen to have around, like your doll. I'm going to show you with the bent knee. Take a deep inhale breath. You want to keep your left side down. Exhale, open your right knee out to the right. So that pillow can help support it. If it's not close enough for you, just hold it, brace it with your right arm. You can also hold that right leg out long. You can look straight up, or you can tilt your chin to the left. Try to keep your left side down so you can actually stretch your right side. Right, and you'll bring your knee or your leg up to center. We're gonna twist again. So that pillow can come over, but leave it where it is for now. Bring your right arm up. You're holding your right knee with your left hand or your right leg somewhere with your left hand. Big inhale breath, and then we're gonna twist to the left. Let that leg come over as far as it can. Try to keep your right shoulder down. You can look straight up or look over your right shoulder this time. Inhale, take that right knee, bring it to center. Everyone bend your right knee, hug your right knee towards your right shoulder. Not so much your chest, but towards your shoulder, so just outside your ribs. Just for a moment. And then extend that right leg long. Second side, bring your left knee up. You want that pillow if you need it on your left side. So right leg long, bring your left knee up. Hold on to your left leg somewhere. I'm gonna hold my knee for now. Hold it with your left hand and exhale, open your left hip out to the left. Keep that right side down. You can look straight up. You can look over that right shoulder. Leg can be extended, even if that means you're holding your calf or your ankle and not your foot. It's okay when our bodies feel inflexible. It's okay when we feel stiff and when we feel that tension. Yoga isn't for people who are flexible. It's for people who want to be more flexible. And sometimes that flexibility is in our head, sometimes it's in our energy, sometimes we're just talking about the physical. Bend that left knee if it isn't already. Inhale's going to bring your knee up to center. Switch hands on your leg, whatever it is you're touching. Left arm's out to the side. Exhale, twist to the right. Try to keep your left shoulder down. You can look up. You can look over your left side so you twist your spine all the way. Next inhale, breath, roll back flat onto your back. Bring that left knee into your chest. Hug it in towards your left shoulder. Outside the ribs, you're squeezing it in. Bring your right knee up to, bring both knees up to your chest. You want your knees to the outside and lift your feet up above your knees. It's called Happy Baby. You can hold the backs of your thighs. You can hold your feet or your big toes. It's fine. Instead of yanking your legs closer, let your arms be heavy and let gravity pull your knees down as much as it will let you. You can rock. You can be still. And then bring your knees together, wrap your arms around your shins, get nice and small. Big inhale, breath, fill your lungs up. And exhale, let everything go. Bring your feet wide to the edges of your mat. Feet, let them flop where they will. Bring your arms at your sides, palms up. Deep inhale through your nose. Big sigh through your mouth. This is our last pose. It's not one we rush through, so just take a few moments. I'll call you back, but just be still and allow yourself to be still. Slowly inhale, fill up your lungs. Then as you exhale, empty it out. Deep breath in, fill up. Let it out. Start to wiggle your toes. And then your fingers. Rotate the ankles. And the wrists. Bring your arms above your head. Take a big long stretch as you're waking up again. Then bring your knees into your chest. And roll over onto your favorite side. Use your arms for a pillow. And use those arms to lift yourself up to seated. Sitting up tall, hands together at your heart. Feeling is healing. It really is. And when we want a high definition, richer life, you can start by empowering the way you feel and live your life. The little tasks, the big tasks. Before you start adding other things, it makes your meals, your day-to-day experience a lot richer. Thank you so much for joining me today. The light inside of me sees and honors that light in each one of y'all. Namaste.